Is that like a forbidden subject to talk about fucking Cantwell and all that shit that went down? Like, what's going on there? I'm not familiar.
What the fuck? Yeah, I haven't watched.
It's not really forbidden.
What the fuck?
I'm not familiar with you guys, but like that was kind of fucked up.
The whole thing is just I had missed a lot of it myself because I didn't know that Ricky had gotten himself into this huge feud with like the hardcore, you know, LARPers of the alt-right. I had no idea that was happening. But I guess it was, and they were like really mad at him. And Nehlen kind of got himself into a spot where he kind of sabotaged his own campaign, and then, you know, like he was kind of just had this shit posting community around him, and it was like, I don't really know what he was doing with that, but that became like his world, I guess. I don't know. And then when he got kicked off Twitter and he's on Gab and he's only surrounded by people that have been kicked off Twitter, so it's like, it's just like the echo chamber, the walls get higher and higher. And he legitimately was a newcomer to this whole scene, so he didn't know who Ricky was. Like he thought, oh, I can just dox this guy and like no one's gonna get pissed. And it's like, that's an unlikely outcome.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Yeah, no, you can't. Yeah, you can't just like dox the guy.
It's like you can hate someone, okay, but the minute you dox them, it goes over a line. Once again, it's like I said earlier, it's not like we're talking about somebody like Ross who has said he wants to harm children. Okay, someone like that, dox the fuck out of them because the police need to know. But when it's like somebody you just have a disagreement with politically or whatnot.
Yeah, that's really gay. And particularly when it's someone like Ricky, who if he was more familiar with this scene, he would know this guy was like a big deal during the election. Like obviously the J left is like slathering for this guy, you know, like they're absolutely like drooling to get his dox. Like they want his head on a pike. And you just gave it to him. Like you don't, like that guy was a big target for them, you know, and you just like handed it over. And that's just, I don't know. It's like, why? Because he didn't disavow somebody that was criticizing your campaign finances. That was the rumor, was that Ricky went on a podcast where they had, there was like a 2-hour, the host was like looking at Nehlen's campaign finances and like alleging that it was like illegal and shady. He was probably wrong on that, but Ricky then was on the second hour, and Ricky never said anything about the first hour, and that's why he did it. And then later on, he came up with this story. Well, Ricky was like actually had like databases of all these alt-right, or he insinuated that databases of like alt-right websites that he had gotten from Weave were being like offered for sale to Nehlen, and it's just like bullshit. Like it's just bullshit. Like I was like, look, I'll tell you straight up. Like our database, our main site database, our forum database, that shit is secure. Like Weave is not selling that. Ricky is not selling that. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like,
Weave's a kike fucking little cuck.
The worst. The optics that were really bad though, and I don't know how you guys are associated. Like I watch entertaining streams, so I don't know how you're associated with Cantwell. But when he came on and said he had thousands of names, and the only reason he wouldn't dox them was because he had a legal obligation not to. Like, thank God you came on later to clarify. I mean, to be the voice of reason, because
that was like I was kind of like Chris, like, you know. I don't know what you meant to convey, but like that's not a good message to have conveyed. Like you just doxed a guy. You just didn't dox the guy. You said it was okay to do it, and then you say like, oh, and I have like 1,000 people's names, but you know I'm not gonna do anything with that. It's I don't know. It's not. It's like doxing is fine. It's a tool in the toolbox, and yeah, I've got 1,000. I've got a list of 1,000 white nationalists. It's like, wait, what? You really? You're putting those two thoughts together? It doesn't seem that that's the message you really want to get. It's not going to inspire confidence. But I don't know. That's
Cantwell's always kind of struck me as a little unbalanced, and you know, I've listened to a good amount of the guy's content. But like the guy, you know, you guys, I saw you guys in real time turn him from like a LARPy ass, you know, ANCAP into whatever he is now, and that was like a overnight kind of thing. It feels like, you know, it happened slowly and then it happened very fucking rapidly, you know. And yeah, he just kind of doesn't seem like he's necessarily the most stable of people.
Well, people like this, they will. You can goad them into doing what you want. Like the reason I honestly believe he doxed Ricky is because he's a stupid person. Cantwell is a stupid person, and they will gladly do something to show you how smart they are at the end of the day. You know, that's really what it comes down to. Cantwell is not the brightest, the brightest crayon in the tool shed.
I just want to say, thankfully for Paul Nehlen, it's not like he was in a race against a guy who was, like, the only shot he had is if the guy decided to retire and not run for re-election, and then the guy decided to retire and not run for re-election. Thank God he wasn't in that position, because could you imagine how stupid the guy would feel if that had happened?
Yeah. Well, the thing is that, like, we knew that Ryan was going to retire, like, months ago. Like, there was rumors of it months ago. There was rumors that Ryan was going to get Me Too'd. Like, and that's why he's stepping down, because he's going to get Me Too'd.
Which ones?
So,
sorry, I'm trying
to
keep this line. Which
Paul
one's
Ryan, the Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Oh, okay,
yeah, Paul Ryan, yeah.
Oh, he was getting
So
some,
is he getting
some
Trump's
side
cum
pussy?
shot in his face?
Good for him.
Well, Mike, that who's Ricky, the guy that he doxed? Didn't you say that he's never really came out as full blown alt-right on you guys' side? That he just was kind of promoting what was convenient for him at the time, or what he saw as pragmatic. And Cantwell was kind of trying to paint him as a traitor when he really wasn't.
Yeah, no, like Cantwell had come up with this thing, like he was a white nationalist, then he became a civic nationalist. Like Ricky wouldn't describe himself as either of those things. He was trying to accomplish certain goals. Like he wanted to get Trump elected. Like low key, he's very sympathetic to our point of view. But that like he would try to do certain, he would like focus on a goal. Like his goal is helping Trump get elected. And he actually, he had a plan for Nehlen. He had an idea of how he wanted to go, but Nehlen didn't hire him. So we'll never know how that would have turned out.
Right.
But yeah, it is too bad. I mean, we knew Paul Ryan was stepping down. Like that was definitely going to happen because the rumor is that he's got some scandal he doesn't want to come to light. So
wait, you mean a guy like that would be really? Paul Ryan just
strange. Kind of like why would this guy? I mean, the only other reason would be he wants to run for president, right?
He is responsible. He takes Trump's dick every day and he doesn't complain.
The worst part is you're alienating potential, you wouldn't say allies, but people that could be useful to you when he does something like that.